my face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got.
Okay, Coach, well, the holiday rush, that's in full swing in nearby Manhattan, but we've got football here 8 miles west at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set. 180. 54. Mike 54.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
To throw is Rosen. And that will be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Five.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
52. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, Darnold. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out for Anderson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run here with Balaj. Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check the backer, check the backer. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hard. Slam.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They run it with Balaj. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
That's it, baby.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Alert. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Kill.
From the gun, it's Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. On the ground, the rookie Myles Gaskin, the former Washington Husky, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Dolphins.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Balaj. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. A play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Come get some. 6-6. Pull it high. Here, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 80. Check. 80. Press down. Check 3.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen.
Watch the ship.
Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, alert, alert. Check one. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Rosen. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. It's caught. Smith. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Vince Beagle, the one to bring him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold looking deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Coming to you, coming to you.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Darnold. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
52's the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Kill, 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 kill. The ladies.
They'll go to Adams, trying to pound it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Mike part two. Here we go, D. All day. Defense. All day.
Mike 50. Hey, Charlie.
You pump.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Strong lady. Strong right.
Hey, you got 3. You got that.
Darnold now to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Miami.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Caught by Wilson. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end right. Hey, we got alert. Watch the safety creep. Shit.
Now it's Rosen. He's got it to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rosen will throw. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
57's Mike. Mike 57.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Montgomery. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 23 yards the pickup there. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Rosen to throw. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus.
Play action here with Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brian Poole. Parker unable to get that one. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road.